Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Joining me tonight, Grant Hill and Steve Smith. I'm Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Well, Bam Adebayo grew up with his mom in a single-wide trailer. He said, quote, "I watched her struggle, and as I got older, I started thinking she doesn't deserve this. My whole devotion became getting her out of that trailer." And Brian, with this max extension in 2020, he said, quote, "Knowing that she's set for life is such a stress reliever."
Great story, Allie. Thanks. Let's see some of the numbers here for Ja Morant.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Lowry and Hero are the backcourt. Butler out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Adebayo in at the 5. And for the Grizzlies, inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. Ja Morant is out there with John Conchar. And it's Brooks in at the small forward position.
Now, guys, when you think about this Miami Heat team, you hear a lot of talk about their ability to score. But how about the way they play on both ends of the floor?
Pass to Martin. Now Adebayo. Lowry outside. Shot clock at 6. Now Adebayo. Adams covering. 11 feet out. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams. Defensively, this Heat team was top 3 in points allowed per game and top 5 in defensive efficiency last year.
You know, B.A., that's something that surely isn't talked about enough. And when they're not having their best shooting night, they'll suffocate you on the defensive end.
Now here's Morant, scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player. Jackson gets the bucket.
There is the flexibility of Jaren at the offensive end. He can post, he can put it on the floor, or he can just catch and fire.
Here's Hero, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Good on the bucket.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Outside Morant. And the shot goes in.
What body control from Morant. Able to take the hit and power through it all.
Butler against Brooks. Adebayo sets a screen. And there's the lob. And Adebayo slams it in.
Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
Well, an all-star appearance for Bam Adebayo in 2020. Grant, you think he can get back there?
No doubt. I mean, I think the bigger issue is we've seen his numbers taper off just in the postseason. Can he reverse that and bring his best when it matters most?
Jackson can't get it to go.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Martin inside. Adams is there. Lowry outside. Pass to Martin. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Ferocious finish. Bam's natural strength is next level.
Morant against Lowry. Outside Morant. Miami grabs the miss. They're getting their first look of the season at the Grizzlies in this one.
And last year's games were interesting to watch, considering that each team came out with a win against the other.
This is going to be a fun first game between these two squads. Buckle up.
Fade away. And that one's long. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Heat. They're up by 1. And we'll be back right after this. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what do you think about the Heat here?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
Hey, a lot of action around the NBA on Thanksgiving Eve. A great lead-in to a big weekend of basketball.
NBA, we have so much to be thankful for. And of course, this is when the season starts for real. We've got a few weeks behind us. Guys have their legs under them. Now we start to see who the top dogs really are.
They've got Dylan Brooks. John Conchar is out there with Tyus Jones. Then it's Xavier Tillman, and it's Aldama in at the four-man spot. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And he knocks down the first one. And you can tell how much these fans here in Memphis love their Grizzlies.
Yeah, I mean, B.A., ever since they moved here in 2001, these fans have been so loyal. And the players are also enjoy playing here. Memphis is a fun-loving city with great barbecue and a lot of character.
Good on both. And Grant, no team better than Miami at developing undrafted prospects.
I mean, for key roles, too. You look at last year's playoffs, Strus, Martin, Vincent, Robinson. It's allowed Miami to stay on top in a salary cap-driven league.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot two. And there's the whistle. Foul on the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
First one falls for him. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, B.A., and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
So hits one and misses one at the line.
He is definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
Now Jones. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Tillman with a screen. Got a piece of it. Butler with a steal. Here's Vincent. Pass to Butler. Now here's Dedmon. He's covered closely. Back to Butler. 5 to shoot. That one off the back iron and out. 1:49 left in the second period. The steal. And here we go. The Heat fast break. Left side Strus. Butler on the wing. Dedmon a screen. Butler passes to Dedmon. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
A solid all-around player. Jimmy Butler understands the importance of sharing the ball with open guys.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, Jimmy Butler's focus is all on team success. In fact, his agent said whenever he calls Jimmy to congratulate him on personal accolades, like All-NBA team, for example, Jimmy hangs up in his face before he can finish the sentence. Brian, for Butler, there's only one prize that really matters.
Yeah, he's a rare breed, Allie, for sure. Thanks for that.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
46 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Aldama. No good on the triple. For Miami, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Butler with the ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Shot clock at 5. Lets it fly. And he hits the jumper.
He is very hard to stick with coming off the pick. Butler gets all the separation he needs.
Outside Jones. He takes it in. And that's not going to go. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Heat up 4. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, guys. I'm joined with Coach Taylor Jenkins. What's the focus as you look forward to the second half?
Just ignite our pace. You know, everything starts with our defense. Can we pick up our activity? We got to get some stops. Got to keep them off the free throw line. We got to get out and run. They're showing a great crowd in the paint, but just trust the pass. Everyone's got to trust each other, get multiple actions, get some good looks, and hopefully they fall for us.
High expectations for Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Thanks for joining us. The story through the first half, the Miami Heat in a game so far that's been close.
They're getting every look they want on the offensive end. High percentage stuff. Great game planning.
And you love the execution as well. These guys are really on the same page tonight.
Indeed.
And let's focus now on the two opposing guys who were battling in the first half. There were sparks out there.
These two have been great. Locking horns, you know, like those battering rams you see on the nature documentaries. No one is given an inch.
Wait, since when do you watch Nature Docs?
I am Nature Docs. Animals.
Thanks as always for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I'd prefer the no call. I like that idea.
Setting the floor for Miami. On the wing, it'll be Hero and Butler. Bam Adebayo is out there with Caleb Martin. And it's Lowry in at the point. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
And he drops the first.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
And Morant drops them both. Well, Smitty with Morant. His ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Now here's Morant, scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player. Pass to Jackson. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
Good concentration by Jaren. A little contact on the shot, no problem.
Here's Hero. Adams grabs the miss. Memphis trailing here. Pass to Conchar. And here's Jackson. Oh, it's no good. That would have tied it. Jackson against Adebayo. Butler passes to Adebayo. Martin with the ball. Back to Adebayo. Martin finds Adebayo. Hero for 3. Hero with another miss. And here are the Grizzlies now. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Here's Brooks. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. The Heat have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Adebayo passes to Lowry. Back to Adebayo. Inside. Lowry against Morant. Lowry no good.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. The Heat with the lead. Adebayo passes to Butler. 30 seconds left in the third. And Adebayo, the bucket, on the assist from Butler. Adebayo's got 6 points.
With a lethal mix of strength and length, Bam Adebayo can wreak havoc down low.
And here's Morant. From downtown. No luck on that one. And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Heat up 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And meanwhile, Eric Spoelstra rallying the troops.
It's got to be a sense of urgency right now, okay? Any kind of tip out, a 50-50 ball, we got to own that. And then we got to communicate. I don't know, but it's got to be a real sense of urgency.
Coach Spoelstra begging his guys to be more assertive in all aspects of the game.
And in close games, Coach Spo is solid at knowing how to get his guys to kick it up a notch.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Tyus Jones is out there with Dylan Brooks. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Aldama in at the 4. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And it's blocked by Clark. They get it back. Robinson gets the bucket.
Consistent from three-point land. Duncan Robinson with incredible range.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Now Adebayo. Pass to Vincent. Back to Adebayo. In transition, here they come. Jones' shot is good.
Such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Here's Vincent. It's Adebayo, high post. Outside Strus. Misses the 3. Memphis shooting a low 31%. Their offense is lacking. Here's Clark. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Konchar's checked in. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. To the inside. Here's Adebayo. Miami, no good that time either. Clark finds Brooks. Three-pointer. Drops in the 3.
What I like about Dylan is that he takes command when it's needed.
Time called here. Miami decides to talk it over. They're ahead by 2. 1:07 left in the game. A different look for Miami. Jimmy Butler's checked in for Robinson. Tyler Hero comes in for Strus. And it's Lowry in for Vincent. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra said to the team. He pleaded with the guys to stay composed, saying, quote, "Don't try to be a hero out there. We've practiced these situations, and we've got to trust one another. If we do that down the stretch, we win this game. Go get it.
Thanks for that, Allie. And so it's Memphis with it. The Heat making their last shot. Jackson with a screen on Lowry. Morant with it. Martin picks him up. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
At the stripe, Ja Morant isn't flawless, but he does seem to thrive under pressure.
Ja Morant at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
And it's critical Morant steps up in the important points in the game. This is his time to shine.
And Morant drops them both.
In tense situations at the line, they can count on him to keep his cool.
Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
Butler against Brooks. To the left wing. Here's Morant. And another miss by Memphis. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Miami. Tyler Hero. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
At the stripe, Tyler Hero is a consistent shooter. The defense might have fouled the wrong guy.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
This is where you want to run a play. Don't just walk it up and heave it.
Morant can't hit that one. Good D by Adebayo. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the time.
2 shots.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion.
Yeah, a giant spot here at the line. Bam with the chance to be a hero.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop. Jackson, the pass to Adams. From deep, Morant. That one no good. So it's the Heat taking the W in a close one. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A., the visiting team is always under some added pressure. But they made it work and got the win, whatever the margin may have been.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Bam, of all the aspects that went into this win, which do you think was most important?
Our defense, man. You know, when it got down to crunch time, we really locked in, and we pride ourselves on that, like I always say. And, you know, we take those matchups, those one-on-one matchups personally. And we got the stops, and we got a W. We got to tough this one out.
It's always better when you can make it personal. Thanks so much, Bam.
Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Steve Smith, this is Brian Anderson with our 2K Sports crew signing off. So long, everybody.